inside the Exposition Center here at the New York State Fairgrounds with Eric Mack. DKM is a business between him and
JK Signworks.
Okay, and who else? Who's the D and who's the K and who's the M again?
Well, it's just Damn Kids Motorsports.
Oh, is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah, that's what it's always been.
Okay, what's your role in this whole thing?
My role in this thing is, we run day-to-day operations, and I do a lot of more of the office work and
I see.
that kind of, and race car relations and that kind of stuff.
Who does the cutting and the welding and the bending?
We got guys, Johnny and Tanner, and then they do the cutting. Travis and Colin do the bending and the body stuff, and we kind of got, then we have Jeremy and Jeff. They do all the lettering and the trophies and all the creative modeling stuff.
Okay, this is a view we don't normally see underneath the car. At least this is the view we hope that we don't see underneath the race car. Is there much different with this DKM, the one you've got here at the show, and the one that we looked at last year?
No, pretty close. I mean, we changed couple little things here and there, but as far as we're concerned, everything is, for the most part, we feel that it's good, and just going from there.
So we've got something that works, so why reinvent it at this stage, right?
Most of the guys have good success with our stuff, so.
And I would imagine, I've talked to Randy Williamson about this a little bit. And by the way, for those of you guys who are not in this whole thing and think that there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for, animosity towards one another, you guys work together a lot. No. I would imagine there's been a lot more talk about safety with some of the stuff that's happened this year, right?
Most definitely, especially with Stu being my best friend, all that kind of stuff, and I feel like, down the road here we need to make some measures, and I feel like we've gotten to a point too where we need to spice it up a little more. You know, just looking back in history, how things changed and progressed, and if you're a long-time race fan and you're around in the late 70s to the mid 90s, the cars changed tenfold, and I feel like from 2004, 2005, other than some suspension stuff, it's kind of like stayed in the ballpark. You know what I mean? Which I know times are different and everything else, and there's so many different variables.
Well, really, Bobby Hearn with Teal was the last one to really do a big innovation, right?
Exactly. You know what I mean? He just changed it around some and really sleeked it up, and most definitely was the head of that. The movement we are in now. You know what I mean? And now we're just in a box, and we're just trying to make the box faster and faster, and. You know what I mean? But,
and safer, like we talked about too. So, how many cars did we make last year?
I think we did 26, 27, but...
Is that where we want to be?
Yeah, right around the 30 mark is good for us. We do so much repair work, and the thing with us is we're so centrally located, so we do...
Where are you?
We're in Hageman, New York, which is just...
Hageman?
Yep, Hageman, just east of Fonda.
Oh, okay. Right off the throughway pretty much?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so we're always busy, and we have so much work as far as repair work and keeping up, and
Would we like to be bigger? Would we like to turn out 50 or 75, or is the extra work and everything worth it at that point?
I want to be where we can stay comfortable. It's in today's day and age. You hear everybody say it. It's tough to get good help.
It's true.
And doing this stuff, you gotta have a lot of people at heart. And I feel like all the guys that have done this and in this industry, they got a lot of heart.
Yeah. And you have more control in this situation too,
100%,
where
100%.
sometimes if you rely on other people to do the job,
exactly,
they may or may not take the same passion towards it that you will.
I'm very fortunate to have employees that live and breathe this stuff. So.
The main aisle is right behind us. That's the main door right over there. So as you come in, the two doors are on that side. You'll come down. He'll be over here on the right. Make sure to come on out and check the car. Why did we decide to put it on its side? Just out of curiosity.
The thing is, it's a trade show, and every year, if we put it, last year we lifted it up and put it on an angle.
I remember that. It looked cool.
People were like getting underneath it and looking. So we made it so people can just drop their head in and see what it is, and it's pretty cool because there's a story behind it. Craig, who is getting the car, Craig Woolley, last year he had a big tumble at Malta, and he was sore and come back a few weeks later with his other car and won right out of the box for his first career win on his first race back. So it's kind of fitting that, we put it on its side and everything, but it's very good for people to see and, go through and get an idea of what it is,
So come on in, check it out. By the way, that's the slider, the rubber floor they're talking about. Those are those pieces right there. The torque arms, of course, right there. So also give people a little education because I've said, and I want to know your thought on this, Eric. I've always said if you're a fan and you really want to learn more about these cars, this is the show to go to, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you'll know what people are talking about when they talk about all this stuff. So hope things go well for you. How can people find out more, people who are maybe not going to be here this weekend?
Can get us on the Facebook, Instagram. We're on, www.dkmracecars.com. You know what I mean? All that kind of stuff. So
All right. I'm glad things are
just
going
look me
well.
up and call me or.
Easy to deal with, guys. I've known Eric for quite some time now. We've done something with him every year at the show. So continued success, and I hope you have fun this weekend. Thank
Thank you very much.